Say, man, it's one thing that people never really talk about in terms of post-traumatic stress disorder. We think it's all about violence or, near-death experiences and, just situations where people are being abused and stuff like that. But I have one aspect of post-traumatic stress disorder that people oftentimes overlook, and that's witnessing a lot of immoral things being done by your parents. For instance, promiscuity. A parent that has sex with a lot of different partners or cheats on their partner more often than they should. Let's just put it like that. And as a child, if you encounter these type of things, bro, it could be very traumatic for you, man. Over the years, it affects your development. It affects your trust. It affects your relationships with people in the future. It affects your potential to get married. It affects the longevity that you have in relationships. It affects the way that you carry yourself witnessing this type of shit. Like, I'm just going to give you one example, right? Say you grow up with a single mom, right? You grow up with a single mom. We'll say you're a young female. And let's just say that you're in the house with this single mom. For one, there's not going to be any stability there as far as a relationship goes. So what moms tend to do is they tend to bring in different guys to fulfill mom's physical, emotional, and mental needs of things that come from a man's perspective, which in turn leads to multiple guys coming in the house. Sometimes, unless you got one particular guy that comes over frequently. And that could potentially turn into a relationship. But if you have a mom that's a very promiscuous person, bro, it'll tend to make you not see men as a long-term thing. It'll kind of make you lean towards being a promiscuous young lady as well, unless your mom speaks to you and tell you how bad these things are for you. But if you got a mom that just, don't worry about it, she ain't seeing nothing, you'll be very surprised what young girls and young men grow up and remember from their childhood, bro. Kids watch the way you dress. Kids watch the type of men you bring around. Kids watch the way you talk. Kids watch the way you go to work, your work ethic. Kids watch everything, bro. And it has a lasting effect on them. If they see their mom never going to work and stuff like that, more than likely they're going to grow up to think that it's not a normal thing to go to work. If they grow up seeing multiple men, they're not going to find having one man as normal a lot of times. There's some, exceptions to that. But you get what I'm saying. On the other hand, as a young man, if you grow up in a single mom household and you see your mom running all type of different men in and out the house, bro, that can make you, when it's time for you to start dating, not take women as serious as well. Because you'll be thinking, well, I seen my mom do all this type of sneaky shit behind all these other men's back. What's to say that my girl's not doing the same thing when I'm not around? So it'll affect your outlook on the average woman before you even start dealing with women. You'll already be skeptical about what a woman may be doing, which in turn leads to relationship issues because you don't trust anybody, which can lead to physical altercations, which can lead to insecurities, A lot of arguing comes behind insecurities. Never want to settle down because you don't want to feel like a sucker, because you've seen what your mother or other figures in your life have done in the past. It's a lot that goes into that, man. That shit could prolong you getting married for a long span of time. And don't say that you get with another woman, like your first or second or third or fourth woman, and they show the same traits of character that parent did that made you not trust people. It'll only solidify what you already thought women were in your mind. And it'll further push you out into that insecure and untrusting relationship that you have with the opposite sex, bro. So I mean, you have to be extremely careful not to scar your kids by your actions, because kids see everything, man. Everything. And I ain't just talking. I'm not a fucking therapist. I'm just telling you what I know, bro. Growing up and seeing this shit, bro, it will really fuck you up. And it'll take your partner a long fucking time to scrape through all that shit that you got caked on top of your mind about what the opposite sex is like. Because you've been indoctrinated to believe that these people are just horrible beings. And then you get on fucking YouTube and you watch Paternity Court, and you fucking watch Maury, and you watch Jerry Springer. You know what I'm saying? You see all these stories about divorce rates, and you see these movies like Temptation, Tyler Perry movies, and you see fucking Addicted, that movie, and then you see fucking Waiting to Exhale, and you see all this fucking shit like Booty Call, and you hear all these rap songs about girls as players too. That will really mess a person up, bro. Fuck them, then I get some money. All this old type of shit, bro. Gotta be careful, bro. You gotta be careful, man. Hey, man. PTSD is more than just violence and physical abuse and all this type of shit, man. PTSD can also come from being exposed to immoral acts and behaviors by people around you. So keep that in mind, man, when you guys have these Jezebel spirits and, you know, these guys, they go out and let their kids see them having all these different type of women, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful what you show your kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll fuck your kids up. Even as a man, you'll mess your young sons up, bro, by bringing too many different women around. The same with you women. You'll mess your daughters and your sons up bringing too many different men around. Because that son is watching what a woman does. And that young lady is also watching what a woman does and how she conducts herself. And she's using you as a scale and as a standard for how she's going to conduct herself. So, I don't know who needed to hear that, bro, but you might need to tighten up on your shit with your kids, bro. Because they always watch you. Remember that, 100. I'm out. Peace.